Hi guys, and welcome to Brave Frontier Europe New Units Analysis. Since this is my first video, I'm going to present myself first. I'm Lionister from Brave Frontier Europe official forum. So, if you want to know more about this game and discuss about it, please join us. And if you have any suggestions or advice, you're more than welcome so I can improve my future videos. Okay, now let's start the Melchio showcase, the light unit of the newest batch we just got in Brave Frontier Europe. And to make the video not too long and boring, I'm going to put all the stats and type discussion and the comparison with other units in my new batch preview video that I'll make soon hopefully. So now, without any further ado, I'll show you some videos about his attack animation, his little skill, his brave burst, and see how they work. So, this is my Melchio, an Anima 5-star, but only level 1 at the moment. Okay, so let's just start off with an easy quest. For friend leader, I'm going to take Aisha 5-star, since mine is only 4-star at the moment. And what is nice about her is that she can fill 2 battle crystal for each of your units every turn. So I'm going to make use of her little skill to test how many battle crystals Melchio needs to fill his brave burst. I'm going to fast forward the video because it'd be boring for you guys to see me blocking and guarding my units for 10 or 20 turns. So, 8 turns for Melchio, 16 turns for Aisha, and 17 turns for Kikuri. In other words, Melchio only needs 16 battle crystal to fill his brave burst, which is only half of what Aisha and Kikuri need. And what is even better is that the higher his brave burst level is, the lower the battle crystal cost will be. To be exact, the cost will be reduced by 1 battle crystal for every 2 level. So, if I manage to level up his brave burst to level 10, then he only needs 11 battle crystals to activate his brave burst. In fact, he is one of the few units who got battle crystal cost reduced when brave burst is leveled up. Pretty neat, right? Okay, now let's move on to his attack animation. It's 9 hits with 10% of the damage for the first 8 hits and 20% of the damage for the last hits. And about his attack animation, it's a very fast and compact one. Actually, his attack animation is even faster than Kikuri, while he only has 1 hit less than her. So that made his attack animation really easy to spark. I think it's one of the best animation in terms of hit counts and spark potential. Let's see if his brave burst and his little skill are as good as his brave burst fill rate and his attack animation. In the description, it says that his brave burst can negate status element and add light element attack for all allies for 3 turns. Let's see how this works. Some of you might think that the light elements will override a unit's element if we use this brave burst. Actually, it is not. It gives you a dual elemental attack instead. And what is nice about this is that the most effective elements will be taken into account to calculate the damage. We'll see if it is the case. Before the brave burst, my Kikuri hits with 188 damage per hit on the skeleton. Now let's use Melchio's brave burst to see if there's a difference. If his brave burst works correctly, my Kikuri should deal more damage. And the result is 288 per hit. That's like 1.5 times better than my previous attack, which means the light damage works perfectly. Oh, and now a fake chest. Good timing, since I can show you guys the negate stated elements part in the description. Normally, fake chests can curse your units, so I'll use Melchio Brave Burst again to see what will happen. For 3 turns, none of my units got cursed, but as soon as 3 turns end, the Brave Burst effect wear out, and my Kikuri got cursed. That means Melchio just gave status immunity for my team for 3 turns, just like what it said in the description. But too bad, his Brave Burst deal no damage. So that means it's quite useless in Arena and in Frontier Hunter. No wonder why his Brave Burst feels so fast. Now, let's take a look at his little skill. Small chance of ignoring an opponent's defense when attacking. To show you guys how this works, I'm going to do a meta parade run, seeing mobs in that dungeon have high defense, so you can only deal 1 damage normally. Let's see if with this little skill I can deal more than 1 damage or not. Did you see that? 51 damage per hit. So it works, but as you can see, I still deal 1 damage most of the time. I think it's quite normal seeing it says small change in the description. So do you want to know the actual percentage? The actual percentage is 10%. Yes, only 10%. So this little skill is not really reliable, and to add to that, ignore defense buff is the less effective buff to increase your damage due to the damage formula. Other buffs such as attack or crit rate or spark damage increase buff are much more effective to boost your damage than this one. So, to rely on a not so effective buff to activate once every 10 times, I would say the little skill is pretty much useless, and when you are unlucky, it will activate even lower chance. Like in this test, I only got the buff twice after 30 attacks in total, which means it's like once out of 15 times. So, he seemed quite useless with his Brave Burst and his little skill. But actually, he's not that useless, and I'll show you why. His Brave Burst can be really useful in some case, so I'm going to put 2 videos together to show you this. On one side, a team of 5 Kikuris with 1 Melchio against Zebra, and on the other side, a team of 6 Kikuris against Zebra as well. Let's see which team will have a better performance. I use Dark Ore and Dark Seal to increase my Kikuris damage and defense. Ouch! Pretty much close for my Melchio. He almost died, and the worry is very normal because he's only level 16 when I recorded this video. So, the result is 3 turns for the teams with Melchio and 5 turns for the team without Melchio. And even without the injury debuff, it will still be 4 turns for the team without Melchio. So, bringing a Melchio instead of a Kikuri is a better choice in case you got a Dark Elements boss who can inflict a lot of debuff like Zebra. It is as if I bring a team full of Savior. That means now you can substitute a Monolite team with another Mono Element team with Melchio as last member, which means we no longer need to build a team for each element to be effective now. But that's the only case where Melchio is useful. Overall, he seems pretty much useless, but if you have him, please don't sell him or throw him away, because he will be pretty much useful when he gets to his 6 stars. Let's take a quick look at his 6 stars to see why. Still nice and balanced stats. Little skill still got 10% chance to get ignore defense buff, but it gets an extra effect which will add 25% damage to the team, and he will get an even better hit count. 13 is still a lot even for future 6 stars. Not to mention his nice attack animation. But what will make him really useful is his Super Brave Burst. Not only he can negate bad status and add light attack for the team, he will also get 15 hits of fire, water, thunder, lightning and light element attack. So that's 5 out of 6 elements, which means his Super Brave Burst will be effective against any boss or monster in the game except for light element. So he'll be a core member of an elemental weakness team. This team will boost his Brave Burst damage to a much higher level. I will show you this in another video in the future where we can have Mar and Melchio 6 stars. To sum up the analysis, what is good about Melchio is that he got a good and balanced stats, high hit counts, and an attack really easy to spark. Also a super fast Brave Burst kill rate and a Brave Burst that can be useful against Dark Boss. But unfortunately, he got a quite useless little skill and no damaging Brave Burst. That makes him pretty much useless at the moment, but he'll shine like he's supposed to be when he gets to his 6 stars. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the video and see you soon in another episode of New Units Analysis.